We now go to Madam McPherson. You have 6 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you all very much for coming here today. It's an important study, and we have just decided that we would be studying this for several meetings. So I am going to take my time right now to read into the record a motion that I'd like to make sure that this is on the record. Mostly because we have a number of meetings to discuss this, and unfortunately, with my limited time, I do need to mention something that's quite pressing. So to start, I wanted to say that unfortunately, despite my motion to study the situation in Israel and Palestine at this committee, which passed in a vote last May, nearly a year ago, that study has not been scheduled by this committee, to the great frustration of the New Democratic Party. The situation in Israel and Palestine should also be a priority of this committee, as it is for foreign affairs committees in other parts of the world. But I am feeling that our efforts here are consistently being blocked. I will use the remainder of my time to give notice of a new motion that addresses the government's failure to provide the documents that this committee requested back in February. I have been trying for weeks to get this committee to agree to make the few documents we received public and to return to Global Affairs Canada with instructions to provide the rest of the documents. And I am frustrated that on March 18th, the Minister of Foreign Affairs promised us that she would issue a notice to exporters regarding arms exports to Israel, but this has not yet been done. I don't understand the lack of urgency when 13,000 children have been killed and more people are starving to death every day. So here is the motion that I am giving notice of today. That, given the failure of Global Affairs Canada to produce the documents requested by this committee on February 12, 2024, and the letter to the committee from the Deputy Minister dated March 13, 2024, requesting further instruction, the Chair instruct the Clerk to publish the letter and annex received from Global Affairs Canada on Canada's arms exports to Israel on the Public Committee webpage, that the committee instruct Global Affairs Canada to provide the following. 1. Details on all current open export and brokering permits for military goods and technology to Israel, without redaction for commercial confidentiality, as the committee requested in its motion of February 12, 2024. 2. Details on all export or brokering permits for military goods and technology to Israel, whether open or expired, dating back to 2020, not 2006, as the committee requested in its original motion of February 12, 2024. 3. Reissue the annex without redactions for commercial confidentiality, as the committee motion specified. And 4. That these details be provided within 30 days of adoption of this motion. And that once received, these documents be made public on the committee website. So with that, I will ensure that the clerk is given copies of this motion in both English and French, and that's what I would like to bring forward at this moment. I'd now like to turn to our witnesses, and I do thank you for your patience as I brought that forward. It is very important to me that we are able to get the documents that so many organizations across Canada have been wanting to have.